Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Age of Overlord is finally winding down here. We're coming down the final stretch here. I want to say there's 15 unrevealed cards left. We got the absolutely phenomenal Link 2 revealed yesterday. I had some people believing it wasn't that okay. It was just mediocre. I was like, no, this card is so easy to make. It's crazy. It is going to be widely played. I very much believe that. But now we move to a new dragon monster. Very interestingly, it's also Dark Hole support. This card's name appears to be Dark Hole Dragon, so let's see how it goes. This is the only card revealed today. My guess is we'll get like a couple little sprinkles, like a card today, maybe a card or two for the next 2 days, and then we will just get the final volley of the set. We will just get everything revealed all at once, because the set's like coming out on I think Saturday in the OCG, so we're 5 days away, and so they're not going to reveal it like the day of or the day right before, but probably 2 days before, which means Thursday is probably the day that we get everything, so keep that in mind. Alright, here we go. Dark Hole Dragon. This is a dragon, dark, level 8, 3000, 2000, very just classic boss monster stats on this guy. Okay, 2 hard per turn effects. If a monster or monsters on the field is destroyed by a card effect that did not target it, you can special summon this card from your graveyard as if it was there when the monster was destroyed, or hand, even if not. Okay, and the second effect of this card is special summoned. You can add a Dark Hole from your deck to your hand during the end phase of this turn. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects, of course. Yeah, it's a fun card. Jesus Christ, leave me alone. This card is very interesting. It kind of just seems... It's cool. I like it when they take old classic cards like this. This card kind of reminds me of the Torrential Tribute Searcher we got a couple years ago, where it searches nothing but Torrential Tribute from deck to hand. And then in graveyard, it's like a Balinx that could protect any water monsters you control when they would be destroyed. So that way you can one-sided torrential your opponent, given that you're playing a water deck. It's a cool idea. And this is a similar idea of kind of just, adding more lore around Dark Hole, adding a little bit around it, which is cool. I like that for those classic cards. The problem is, this card stinks. I mean, plain and simple. I think this card's just not very good. The fact that something has to be destroyed non-targeting for this to be able to jump on the field, which means, one, this is already way better going second, and going first, what deck non-target destroys its own stuff to set this up turn 1, because if you don't set it up turn 1, this card is immensely slow, because and the other problem with this card, it doesn't just search Dark Hole, it searches Dark Hole on end phase, like Magnemute. Now, when Magnemute can search other bestials that work at quick play speed and all that stuff, that's all fine and dandy, but when you're searching a Dark Hole that is just a normal spell that you're just going to hold in hand until next turn, it's pretty mid. And then kind of same, the third effect's fine. It just makes it so when you do Dark Hole next turn, this guy is unaffected and you still get to keep your 3k beater. I like that he doesn't banish himself when he leaves the field, at least. That way, like, you could keep clearing him, and just as long as this deck wants to keep rotating him, you could also summon him off of Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres on the opponent's turn to get that search in a Magnemute fashion and just get Dark Hole instead of a dragon monster. But let's be honest, if you were thinking about searching this to get Dark Hole, you might as well have just gotten Magnemute and searched Levianeer. Like, what are we doing here? Like, Levianeer is just better, and you don't have to play like weird cards in your deck. So all in all, it's cool. I think it's cool that they're doing this. I actually like the idea of them doing this a little bit more, with like very specific card searchers. But to be honest, the cards just need to be better. They don't have to be amazing. It could have just been like a free extender. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, but like, okay, if you control a dragon monster, this card can special summon itself. That's simple, but it's like not a broken extender, and then searches Dark Hole. Because then you're forcing yourself to play Dark Hole in the main, probably, and that can be a little bit weird, but I think it'd at least be a little more applicable, and at least we can mess around with it. But if the idea is good, the execution here is probably just not right. And so hopefully if they do this in the future and they give us a Raigeki searcher, or you know what I mean, just do something like this with some of the other generic cards of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, that like the execution is just a little better. But, you know, all in all, cool addition. It'll be a cool card to kind of look out for. But I don't think competitively it's going to hold up very well. But, yeah, there's it. There's our Dark Hole Dragon for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Let me know your thoughts down below on this card. Is it better than I'm giving it credit for? I'm kind of poo-pooing it. I'm not going to lie. Let me know if there's other applications that you think make this card a little more worth than I'm talking about here. But I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Subscribe to stay update on all things Yu-Gi-Oh! News. I think after this card, 14 left. I think this was the 15th last card. So 2 or 3 more cards in the next 2 days, and then probably the final 10 to 12 cards on that on probably Thursday. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully you guys are too. Let's get it. Peace.